What is up? Happy Monday, everybody. I hope your day's going well. My day's been great, and I wanted to jump in because I was gonna say I came up with something, but I didn't come up with something. Saturday, I was literally driving to my office to teach a class to a brokerage in Texas and Oklahoma. Shout out Bricks Realty. And a buddy of mine, Jeremy Farlow, who was episode number 5 on my podcast, which is incredible. Go listen to it. He sent me a graphic and he said, man, you should start trying to teach this graphic in your classes. And it's a graphic that everyone knows, right? We've all seen the iceberg graphic, right, where it talks about hard work and it has like everything above it, but then all the real stuff happens down below the surface. And he sent it to me, and I'm always open for critique. I'm always open for new ideas. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is incredible. So I literally jumped into Canva, made a graphic in 10 minutes, and then 10 minutes after that, taught it in a class, and it was awesome. And so I wanted to go through it with you guys because I truly do think that this is going to be a game changer for you. Hey, Lisa. And I think it's going to change the way that you see things. So I'm going to share my screen. Check this out. So we've all seen this iceberg graphic, right? And for those of you watching that are in real estate, that are in mortgage, what gets really easy to talk about is everything above the water. It is your awards, it's your accolades, it's the houses, it's the closings, it's the new car, it's the vacation, right? Those are the simple things that we can talk about. And I think this is where we kind of feel stuck, because what else am I supposed to talk about if it's not those things? And so I love this graphic because I think it truthfully depicts what's under the surface that really makes you you, but you just don't really know how to articulate it to people. And so maybe it is sacrifice, right? Maybe it's telling stories of what you're sacrificing for your clients. What does that look like? Well, the other day we dropped the ball with a client. It led to me not leaving my office until after 7 o'clock. And so what did I do? I put up a post that literally said, when you drop the ball for a client, sometimes it means you leave the office late in order to get it right. And so I was showcasing, right, that yes, we're going to make mistakes, but we're also going to get it right. And we're not going to get it right tomorrow. We're going to get it right now. And so I was putting my sacrifice on display to everybody around me. What about just staying healthy? Right? If you are a health nut, talk about your morning routine. Talk about the way that you eat and the benefits that it brings to your life. And then throw in something like, hey, does anybody else eat vegan? I'd love to share recipes. Boom. Guys, the minute you do it, you are creating a tribe. You're creating a group of people that all believe the same. And guys, they're going to buy and sell with you. It's absolutely going to happen, but we've got to get them under the surface. And so you could talk about that. You could talk about good habits. You could talk about breaking bad habits. You could talk about your focus, right? Yeah, Lisa says she shares recipes all the time, right? What a super practical way to get people engaged, right? If that's what you're passionate about. It'd be weird if I shared recipes because I don't care, right? Like that's not what I do. And so you could do that. You could talk about your focus. You could talk about being growth minded. And this is what I've been doing a lot lately, talking about books and talking about, the different thought leaders that I follow and what I'm learning and gleaming and how I'm trying to improve my life. You could talk about persistence. You could tell a story of disappointment. You could do a video about your daily goals. Like, how do you map out your day? I was on the phone with a lender this morning, and he said that every day, Monday through Saturday, from 4:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., he does He does like calling and messaging on Facebook, right? He's nurturing his people from 4:30 to 6:30 every morning. And I went, holy cow, dude, that's commitment right there. You are committed if that's what you're doing. But you know what? He's not telling people that. He's not articulating that story to showcase to people what he's willing to do to put the work in, right? So you could talk about that. Guys, have you ever thought about talking about expenses? Because what does every realtor want to complain about at times? And rightfully so. Everybody thinks we make all this money, but by the time this happens, and by the time we pay for this, and by the time we give money to that, there's only this much left over. Well, shame on you for not making that clear to people. So what if you told a story about something that cost you money, that it was a willing sacrifice that you were putting in for your client, right? We've got to let people get below the surface, because what you show on social media and what you should be showing on social media are very different. You could talk about what you're learning. You could talk about the tears you shed today because of something frustrating that took place at the office, in the field, with a buyer or seller, right? Whatever it is. You talk about time management. You can talk about leadership. You can talk about your family. You can tell stories of the sleepless nights because you're trying to get the right house for your buyers, and trying to get it in the middle of the night is maybe where while people are sleeping, you're working, right? I don't know what the story is, but guys, I created this because a buddy gave me this idea, and I'm going to continue to nurture this because I think there's even more things that I could put on here, but we've got to be real with people, right? Lisa, you're exactly right. Be real and get vulnerable. Show your human side. Guys, we've got to be doing this. This is vital to what we're trying to accomplish. That's why I've hashtagged document your life. Document your life. What you do every day is the most relatable thing you'll ever do. You're not relatable if you go buy a $100,000 car today. That's not relatable to most people. You're not relatable if you're going on your third vacation in the last 6 months. That's not relatable. Relatable is going to the grocery store and telling people how you track the items you're purchasing that help you stay on track. That's relatable. That's helpful. Helpful is educating somebody on a question that a buyer asked you 2 days ago, so you're going to go ahead and go on video and do it. That's helpful. That's adding value. That's letting people get beyond the surface of the iceberg. And so which side of the iceberg are you going to be on, the top side or the bottom side? Because I'll tell you guys right now, the top side is so much easier, but it doesn't benefit you. The bottom side requires a little bit more thoughtfulness, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more belief in the normalcy of your life and that it's going to work. And it's going to be worth it because that's what's going to result in new opportunity. And so, guys, I hope this helps. If anybody wants this slide, DM me, text me, however you have my info, and I'll send you this slide, and you could print it and put it on your wall. You could save it to your phone and look at it in the morning so that you can begin to run your mind the right way so that you are always thinking in terms of content. So let me know how I can serve you guys. Let me know what questions you have, because this is it right here, guys. This is the game changer. When you figure this part out, I promise you social media gets easier, because now you're working that muscle. You're making it a part of routine, and it's going to happen every single day. Because you guys have heard me say it, you can't keep treating social media as extra. It's got to become a part of the core of what you do. And that's what I believe. So love you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Monday. See ya.